one of the worst lines in the debate.
You have received a lot of support from people who made their money on Wall Street. You have a lot of Wall Street relationships. You've done paid speeches for Wall Street institutions, 3 paid speeches for Goldman Sachs alone, your first year out of public office, for which they paid you over $600,000. What do you say to people like Senator Sanders, who have criticized you as basically being too close to that most powerful special interest, too close to Wall Street interest to be trusted to reel them in when they need to be reeled in?
Well, first of all, I represented New York. But anybody who thinks that they can influence what I will do doesn't know me very well. And they can actually look and see what I have said and done throughout my career. Take Wall Street, for example. I went to Wall Street. I went to the NASDAQ in December of 2007 and basically said, you guys have got to stop it. So what do we have to do about that? Well, yes, you do need a president who will be forthright and absolutely call them out, everybody, wherever they are, for what they're doing that tilts the balance away from voters and citizens. But voters and citizens have to help me do that. And here's what I mean by that. We got to get people to turn out and vote. If we were not electing the leaders who are promoting these policies, we would have a better fighting.
That's the worst line of the debate. First of all, you are the leader promoting those policies. On the Democratic side, you're the one that is most helpful to the banks, including wanting to protect the repeal of Glass-Steagall Act. If you don't know that, Glass-Steagall made the banks into 2 different parts where they couldn't take depositor money and gamble with it. Now, Bill Clinton took that away and said, yeah, go ahead, gamble with depositor money. And then we had the crash, even though Hillary yelled at him in 2007. And now, okay, at least you can redo that mistake, right? But Hillary Clinton says, no, I won't redo it. I'm going to let them keep gambling with your money. So if anyone thinks that they could influence me with their money, they don't know me at all. Oh, really? Then why have they donated to you for decades and decades? I think they did that because they do know you. They know that you're going to deliver for them. And let's just pause here to note what a horrible answer I went to NASDAQ and told them to stop it in 2000 is. Because, so one, well, if you told them to stop it, it obviously didn't work. So what does that say about your leadership? So, okay, number 2, you told them to stop it. That's it. That's what you did. You didn't try to pass any laws. You're a senator back then, right? You didn't propose any laws. You didn't try to get them to stop it. You just wagged your finger. So that's ineffective, ridiculous, total nonsense. But now, the part that people aren't talking about enough, she keeps using this story about how she went to NASDAQ. Wait a minute. NASDAQ is a market for tech stocks.
Yes.
It's not J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs and the guys who
home loans.
Lehman. Bro, it wasn't the home mortgage securities. NASDAQ's a tech market.
Yes.
So the reason she says that is because she can prove on the record that she once went to NASDAQ in 2007. She didn't say anything in public to them, but she can pretend that in private she wagged a finger, right? But NASDAQ would have been the wrong place to go. So that is a terrible, terrible story, terrible answer. Because she has no good answer.
So even though it's a terrible answer, the thing that worries me about that clip, and I noticed it throughout her entire part of this forum, is that even if she gives bad answers, even if she gives vague answers, the audience goes wild, right? And so they're constantly clapping for her, and I feel like it's already determined that they think she's the shit, right? Like, she can't do anything wrong. She can give the worst possible answers, and they're behind her 100%. Bernie also worked the crowd, big time. But that was because he had very strong outlined policies that he was talking about.